Taking a cruise usually means going on an adventure. And for a big foodie like me, that adventure is always culinary. I just came back from a 7-day cruise on the MSC Meraviglia, and today I'm gonna make you an expert at all things food related on this incredible ship. Let's start with the complimentary options. MSC Meraviglia offers 2 main dining choices included in your cruise fare: the main dining rooms and the buffet. Unlike most ships, MSC Meraviglia features 4 main dining rooms, each representing a different dining schedule. It might seem confusing at first since all 4 main dining rooms share the exact same menu, but it's simply a matter of choosing between the classic, flexi, or fixed dining time when you book your cruise. We'll dive into all of that shortly. For those sailing in an exclusive yacht club, there are 2 additional dining venues available, but those are off limits unless you're in the MSC Suite class. Waves Dining Room is a restaurant that caters to classic, or should I say fixed dining times, and is the only one open for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Elevador A and Elevador Row on Deck 6 are essentially one restaurant, separated by a central walkway that includes a stunning wine display and Enomatic wine dispensing machines. They're open for dinner only. Panorama is located at the back of the ship and offers the best ambiance with large windows overlooking the wake. The restaurant is available for flexi and my time dining and is open for dinner only. Now, breakfast is only available at Waves Dining Room, but offers omelets, eggs benedicts, buttermilk pancakes, Belgian waffles, cinnamon raisin French toast, and fresh baked pastries. There's also an MSC Express meal option featuring eggs, bacon, sausage, hash browns, along with cereals, yogurts, and toast. Basically all of the things that you would expect at breakfast. Lunch has a rotating menu offering a choice of starters, mains, which are usually meat, fish, and a vegetarian option, and desserts. Dinner menus were pretty good, especially considering the affordability of the MSC cruises. The dishes arrive warm and perfectly cooked, and the service is consistently friendly and very helpful. Now, I did not like everything. There were some dishes that could use some improvement. However, considering the price of the cruise, the food was above my expectations. What sets MSC apart from other budget-friendly cruise lines, like Norwegian, is the quality of their dishes. On MSC, pasta, pastries, bread, cakes, and mozzarella are all made freshly on board every day. You'll find vegetarian and often vegan options on the menu, and you can even request off-menu items like poached salmon or grilled chicken breast. There's also a kids menu available featuring favorites like burgers, hot dogs, penne pasta, and grilled chicken. One of the things I loved about the main dining room on MSC is the brunch hours. On sea days, the main dining room offers brunch menu from morning until afternoon, allowing you to enjoy breakfast at your leisure without needing to wake up early. They extend their hours, don't close for prep for lunch, and basically combine both menus together. This is a fantastic option for those of you who love to sleep in, and I really wish that other cruise lines would adopt this practice. You can choose either breakfast or lunch all the way from the morning until the afternoon when they close to prep for dinner. Major points to MSC for this one. Really nice. Another highlight is MSC's Gala Night, their version of the formal night. The main dining room serves a luxurious meal, including lobster, a fancy meat dish, and baked Alaska. This is a very stark contrast to Norwegian, where lobster is notably absent. A lot of other cruise lines offer this for free on the last formal night of your cruise, and I'm glad to see MSC doing this as well, all while keeping the cruise fares low. And if one lobster tail isn't enough, you can get another one for just $5. For comparison, Celebrity Cruises charges more than $15 plus gratuity for an extra lobster tail on their formal night. So $5 is a great deal. You can order like 4 of them for only $20 if you're looking to indulge. It's really not a bad price. MSC also offers an Italian night, which I really enjoyed. Gala Night was on the second night of my 7-day cruise, and the Italian night was on the second to last. The menu here features a variety of authentic Italian dishes like pastas and ossobuco, with special table settings and a little show by the staff. Now, to be honest, personally, I found it to be wonderful to have 2 special dining nights. I don't think any other cruise line does this, so again, I applaud MSC for this. Really nice job. And by the way, if you're enjoying this type of content, make sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you don't miss out on any of my latest videos. Now, on the downside, one thing I did not like about the main dining room was the set dining times. From what I understand, only certain rooms are allowed to book my time dining. Now, I was late booking anyway, so I figured that I would get a set dining time, and that was the case. My dining time was 6 p.m. Now, here comes the part that's kind of bad. If you're more than 15 minutes late, so for me it would be 6:15, the dining room doors close and you will not be seated. If that happens, you're put on a standby line for the next seating, which could be an hour or even later. And even at that point, you have to basically hope that someone else doesn't show up so you can get their table. This system creates unnecessary stress around making it to dinner on time. And if you miss your slot, you may be headed to the buffet instead. I take major points off for this because, like I said, it creates very unnecessary stress. It takes more than 15 minutes to get from one side of the ship to the other, so if you're stuck somewhere, you're basically not going to the dining room. However, even at that, overall, I'd rate the main dining room a solid 7 out of 10 for an average eater. The Marketplace buffet on deck 15 is enormous, taking up a large section of the back of the ship. Despite its size, it can feel crowded during peak times, which is when you really notice the scale of the Meraviglia. Now, the food at this buffet is decent, not outstanding, but definitely a notch above the average cruise ship buffet. There's a bit of a flair and fun with open kitchens where the chefs prepare dishes right in front of you. These include pasta, pizza, focaccia, an open grill, and even a rotisserie. You also find a variety of ethnic cuisines, including Chinese, Indian, and Mediterranean. Other highlights include a mozzarella production station where they're supposed to make fresh cheese for you every day. Now, the reason I say supposed to, because out of all the 7 days that I was on a cruise, I could not catch them doing that one time. Maybe they do it at 2 a.m. when everyone's sleeping, but here's what it looked like to me. As you can see, no one there. One thing I will highlight is their pizza. I live in New York and take my pizza very seriously. I can easily say that the Meraviglia has by far the best pizza out of any cruise ship I've ever sailed on. If you like pizza, they got you covered. The buffet is open all day and even has some late night dining options. I'd rate the buffet about a 7 out of 10 for an average eater. The desserts were mediocre and some of the food didn't quite match the quality you'd find on a luxury line like Celebrity. However, at this price point, it delivers good value and is better than average buffets on Norwegian or other budget cruise lines. Now let's talk about the paid dining options on the MSC Meraviglia. Specialty restaurants on board are either a la carte or have a prefixed menu. In some cases, both options are available. The prefixed menus typically include an appetizer, a main course, and a dessert, all at a fixed price. They can be purchased individually or as part of the dining package, but keep in mind that they are restrictive and don't let you order whatever you want from the menu. If you're picky about what you eat, my advice is to check out the menus before booking to ensure you know what you're getting into. First up, let's talk about Kaito teppanyaki and sushi bar. Anyone familiar with teppanyaki concept, whether on land or sea, will know what to expect from this restaurant. Some knife juggling, some egg tossing, and even a few jokes. It's a lot of fun, and more importantly, the food is delicious. Essentially, there are 3 main choices when you go with the teppanyaki option. There's geisha, samurai, and emperor. Each option has its own price, and the price difference reflects the meat and the seafood selections, ranging from halibut and chicken to shrimp, salmon, steaks, tuna, lobster, scallops, and even Wagyu beef. I opted for the Emperor menu, and that's what you see right here. The restaurant has 2 cooking areas and 8 people seated on stools around each. The experience starts with miso soup and a small plate of sushi or tempura before moving into the main event. You specify the temperature of your meat, and the chef prepares it right in front of you while keeping an upstream of jokes and, of course, juggling. The entire experience lasts about 2 hours. Reservations are essential in the evening. My suggestion is to make all of your reservations as soon as you first get on the ship. The teppanyaki experience was fantastic. Our chef was skilled and the food was perfect. I highly recommend it and give it a 10 out of 10. Kaito's outside area is a sushi bar, offering of course sushi, sashimi, maki, nigiri, soups, combos, noodles, or rice dishes, and a bunch of other Japanese fare. You can sit at the bar or at the tables overlooking the promenade. It's open for lunch and dinner. Now let's talk about Butcher's Cut. This American steakhouse is located on the upper floors of the Galleria. It features seating both inside and outside overlooking the promenade. This place is actually right across from Kaito. The food is excellent, with large cut steaks, lamb, and even bison. You'll also find salads, prawn cocktails, and other dishes you'd expect from a good steakhouse restaurant. The steaks are thick, juicy, tender, and cooked with real skill and precision. If you have any room left, there's also a delicious selection of desserts, including New York cheesecake and a signature lava cake made in the chocolate shop just below. We'll talk about the chocolate shop in just a little bit. Butcher's Cut is open for lunch and dinner with special brunch menus featuring omelets, breakfast sandwiches, and pancakes. While the brunch was good, in my opinion, it wasn't really worth the price tag. Overall, I really enjoyed dinner at Butcher's Cut, but did find it quite expensive. If you're craving a good steak, they'll deliver, for sure, but be prepared to spend close to $100 per person if you're ordering a la carte. The good thing is that the filet mignon is part of that prefixed menu we talked about earlier, so you could save a little bit of money and still get a good piece of meat. I would give it a 9 out of 10, taking 1 point off for pricing. Now, Hola Tapas bar is located right off the promenade and across from Jean-Philippe. Hola serves delicious Mexican street food and other Latin American bites. It's a casual spot with high and low tables and good selection of beers, tequilas, mezcales, and frozen drinks. My sangria was excellent and the food was very, very good. For just $25, you can eat as much as you want, making it the absolute best value out of any paid options on the ship. I really enjoyed my dinner at Hola and I highly recommend it. I give this place a 10 out of 10. Don't sleep on Hola tacos. It's a must try if you enjoy this type of cuisine. And of course, it's not gonna break your wallet. It's only $25 for all you can eat. Now, Ocean Cay is like a somewhat of a formal restaurant located directly off the promenade as well. It offers a seafood menu along with one of the most expensive wine lists on the MSC Meraviglia. The food was delicious, with a variety of seafood choices that did not disappoint. If you're looking for the best seafood on the ship, Ocean Cay has you covered. However, like Butcher's Cut, be prepared to pay for it. I'd rate this place a 9 out of 10, taking 1 point off again for pricing. Now, Jean-Philippe Chocolat and Cafe, located on deck 6, midship. This is an a la carte spot offering handmade chocolates, a variety of desserts, and coffee. Jean-Philippe, a French master chocolatier, takes up prime real estate in the Galleria on the main promenade. The cafe is part open kitchen, part display, part cafe, and part a chocolate shop with a few seats by the porthole windows where you can relax over a cup of coffee or tea. The emphasis is on the extraordinary creations that the chocolate team makes on board right on the MSC Meraviglia. All of this chocolate is displayed in glass cases like expensive watches or jewelry. The coffee is not bad either, however, it's quite expensive. While the chocolate is a small step above something like, for example, Lindt, I personally found it a bit too pricey. My suggestion, skip this one and save yourself some money. Chocolate is good, but it's not mind-blowing, especially not at that price point. A little small tip for you, if you buy the coffee and drink it right there, sometimes they give you a little piece of chocolate to try, so you could do that before you spend, like $15 for a bar of chocolate. Now, Jean-Philippe Crepes and Gelato is a completely different story. It's located on deck 6, midship. This spot is less of a restaurant and more of a stand along the main promenade, serving crepes, ice cream, and gelato. While not cheap, the crepes are amazing. 10 out of 10 amazing. They're made fresh to order right in front of you. At $10 each, they aren't cheap, but you get a delicious treat that's worth at least one try if you're on the ship. The gelato is also extremely good. At $5 for a scoop, it's also not very cheap, but again, very, very good. I noticed the staff being quite generous with the portion sizing as well. Normally when you get one scoop, you get more than one scoop. Was it good? I haven't tried it yet. Although I like the mint chocolate chip one.
You have to help him to advertise this place.
There you go. That looks delicious. You want to?
Yes.
Okay, so when I talk about ice cream, I'll put you on the YouTube channel. How about that? Enjoy, guys. Overall, MSC Meraviglia offers a great variety of food options. The complimentary choices provide excellent value considering the cruise price, while the paid options allow you to elevate your dining experience significantly if you're willing to pay. I was pleasantly surprised by the culinary offerings on this ship and would definitely consider sailing on the MSC Meraviglia again. If you have any questions, drop them down below. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.